character ended the movie that was a threat to the fabric of the
And we're not even gonna finish the movie until like 2026, 2027. But we're cooked. Oh. And today we got the best superpowers IRL 2 by Olamasama. I think that's how you say it. I need to actually like lock in and learn how to say his name. But you already know the drill. 1 curse, 3 push-ups. Don't really got much else to say. Let's go ahead and get into this.
If you've consumed any kind of fictional series, you most definitely know what a superpower is. The roles they fulfill in their respective worlds are always fairly easy to distinguish. However, some of these applications get lost in translation when it comes to our own world. For example, the MCU's version of the Infinity Gauntlet is extremely overpowered, but if you tried using it in real life, you'd get fried from gamma radiation or probably get disintegrated from the sheer power of 1 Infinity Stone. There are
not me though. That's y'all. That's y'all. I could snap an Infinity Gauntlet. I'm pretty confident about that. But like y'all, like Zen Expel, I don't even think he can hold a singular stone. You know what I mean? Takash P35, he not holding Infinity Stone. Hello 10, come on, you're getting cooked. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Nigga like me though? Nigga like me though? I cursed twice. That's what I get. Yoyo is getting fried. Who is getting fried? I'm snapping that. Boy, don't play with me.
Other reasons as to why some powers are worthless in real life, and many of you have probably seen me make arguments about these types of abilities. But for today's video, I wanted to add another installment to the best superpowers to have in real life because there are a large number of conventional and convenient powers that need to be covered. First ability we're covering is Aokiji's fruit, the Ice Fruit. Or for you purists, the Hiei no Mi. The Ice Fruit, as its name suggests, grants the user ice abilities. Whether it be creating ice constructs or directly freezing things he comes into contact with, he can do almost anything ice related with this fruit. Want an ice bird? You got it. Freezing a body water?
Hey bro, some lukewarm water, hit a little, that'd be kind of tough, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, okay, that's pretty useful. But like, are you doing anything like I could just put this in the fridge. Like, I don't need an ice fruit for that. What can you actually, you can walk on water, I'm sure.
You could do that too. You want some ice balls? You can get those too. Okay, that came out wrong.
Yo.
I know those sounded like extremely simple applications, but you can go a long way with some solid water. For example, Aokiji's leg got cut off in his battle against Akainu, but he can just fill in the missing leg with a leg made of ice. Aokiji's ice has also been able to freeze entire tsunamis, which can function very well in real life natural disasters. There's also a really cool application of his ice powers that Aokiji does when he rides his bike. As he starts pedaling
he pedals on the water?
On the ocean, he freezes a path for himself to avoid falling in. It's a little thing, but it's different from what we usually see. You also don't even need to make direct contact with the water and can freeze stuff from a certain distance from what we've seen. With this power, you might even be able to take a crack at those melting ice sheets in the Arctic.
Oh, you're making... Okay, so the thing is with that, yeah, you can save the world, but the government is killing the hell out of you quickly, bro. If the government finds out that someone is literally going to reverse global warming, they are getting one in the middle of the dome. Ice is not protecting you from hollow tips, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, hell no.
Granted, I don't know how much you'd actually help in the long run. The ice only lasts about a week, but I'm pretty sure some polar bears would appreciate you. Just in a general sense, ice manipulation has always seemed like one of the safer options in fiction. Like, think about all the ice characters we've seen in media. They are typically not pushovers. Aokiji is one of these characters, and in terms of sheer raw power, this man makes his fruit look like a top 5 strongest fruit in the series. Like, when Blackbeard's crew rolled up on him, he easily froze all of them. And let me get into possibly the most important point that I've avoided talking about. With ice being an element and the power coming from a devil fruit, this would make the ice fruit a Logia. What does this mean, you may ask? Well, from my understanding, when you eat a devil fruit, you become the thing that you ate. I know that doesn't make sense at all, but let me put it like this. You know when a character with a devil fruit ability introduces themselves and they say they're an insert devil fruit name human? They're not lying. Someone like Doflamingo is a string human. All of this is to say that when you eat a fruit that is of the elemental variety, you become an element human. This means that you are essentially immune to taking damage unless random Joker number 326 learned hockey and starts boxing you up. Barring those extraordinary circumstances, any seemingly crazy injury you receive will ultimately result in you returning back to your original form. And it makes sense.
Oh, wait, so the government's not dogging you out.
How are you gonna hurt an element without having any preparation? You ever try to punch sand out with your bare hands? It's not doing anything. The only way you to get touched is if you receive damage from an elemental weakness, so I hope you got your Pokemon type chart memorized. So it's clear that the Logia intangibility would likely be the main selling point for this fruit, and probably most of the other Logia devil fruit.
Nah, you can't do that in Texas, bro. You might go outside and dead ass melt. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, if that's the concept, I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. That ice fruit gonna be lukewarm fruit quick. quick.
It's like Kizaru's. And just to address one of Akainu's burners commenting right now, yes, basically every other Logia is better than the one that turns you into a magma man, and tangibility does not make up for the inconvenience. Go clean up some ice versus cleaning up some lava and tell me which one is easier to do. Anyways, for our next power, I wanted to quickly cover portals.
So yeah, that's like an eh.
In the last video,
Portals,
I brought up
I'm going
scientific
crazy.
implications for super speed without realizing those same implications could apply to teleportation. So that one's on me. Thanks to all those who made me aware of it in the comments. I think moving forward, I'll try my best to avoid using science to discredit a power unless it's extremely obvious. With that being said, portals are a very simple power to understand. Boom, circle appears that you can enter to get to a different place. Unless you got some fugazi portals that randomly bring you places, you can do anything that teleportation can with a few changes here and there. To run down some of the points from my last video, you can easily...
The question is like, how many portals do you have? Because if I only have 2, it's like, okay, I can go to the gym and go home without like having to go through traffic, which is clutch. But if you give me like 4 portals, that's kind of tough. What if you put 2 portals inside of each other? I don't know. Now you got like a portal that don't do nothing. Then you look stupid because you wanted to be funny. Super speed is so ass if you just... Super speed without any consequences is fire though. No cap.
travel with something like portals, which would help everyone on this planet. It's instantaneous transport from one place to the next, excluding the time that it would take for you to actually go through the portal. Physical dangers don't exist for you, considering that you'd just be able to portal anything coming your way somewhere else. To be honest, you can easily argue that the applications for portals far exceed teleportation. If you watched Across the Spider-Verse, then you should be familiar with the villain Spot. If not, he's basically one of Spider-Man's B-list villains that has the power to create spots that just so happen to be portals. In this movie though, they decided to make him a lot more serious considering his powers are broken. This guy went from a simple street level thug to a monstrosity near the end of the movie that was a threat to the fabric of the
And we're not even gonna finish the movie until like 2026, 2027, bro. We're cooked. Oh my God, bro. Bro, a 4-year cliffhanger is absolutely insane.
multiverse. But to be honest, we can ignore all that multiversal mumbo jumbo. The original state of his powers in the beginning of the movie are more than good enough to be functional in real life. Look at this scene, for example. Miles tried to shoot a web at him and he portaled it back at him. Do you know how hard it is to actually do damage to someone like that? You could give a crazy cooldown on this power and I'd still take it over most other abilities. Keyword being most, because the next power I wanted to talk about is Mahito's curse technique, Idol Transfiguration. This might be the most
Wait, Mahito, I thought he was talking about the blonde guy. I still don't understand the blonde guy's powers. I don't get it. I can't wrap my head around it. It doesn't make sense to me.
maxed out ability that I'm going to name in this video because conceptually it's a busted power. Idol Transfiguration is a curse technique that allows the users to change the souls of anyone they touch to their desire. They're also able to alter and maintain their own soul. This means
There is no like practical aspect to that though, unless you're actually insane. Like, in what universe? Like, how do you use that practically? How do you use his power without being a villain? You can't. Like, your power is literally turning people into monsters. I would not want that because I'm not a freaking villain. Now, give a Y in that or something? Like, yeah, that's different. I'm going to be a villain. F it. Watch list. That's you're on a watch list, bro. It's helpful for, I guess I'm a villain. I'd be an anti-hero. No, you'd be anti-society, bro. There is no good application of turning people into monsters. There's no way you have that power and you're not a villain. There's no good way to use that power, bro. You can help people in hospitals. You're turning them into, you can't heal them. Well, you can? Wait, let me keep watching.
means that you will be able to perceive souls, which would mean so much philosophically and spiritually, but we really don't care about that now, do we? With Idol Transfiguration, you can turn yourself into any shape your heart desires. They animated a
Oh, you could change your own soul.
whole sequence with Mahito just to show off his capabilities and how quickly he can change from one animal to another. And
oh, he's basically Beast Boy. Oh, wait. That's kind of hard.
despite being so young, Mahito was able to show us a lot of different uses out of this curse technique. He has demonstrated many times the capacity to change his body parts into sharp metal-like weapons. One of the most extreme examples of Idol Transfiguration was when he blew himself up to simulate his own death just to sneak Mekamaru. Easily one of the smartest usages of this power. There's also his true form, which honestly doesn't matter much for any of us in real life because it's just a stats buff, but it looks cool, I guess. The list is really endless.
Wait, that's actually kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, I didn't know that.
So what you're able to do with this power. Think of it a bit like Plastic Man, but with
Dr. Miami ain't got nothing on me. You better be mass producing BBLs, bro. That's actually, I could give myself the thickest, most like beautifully curved and cupped of asses and just walk around and use that as like, you know what I'm saying, advertisement. You know what? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I don't hate that. Why would you want that? Why wouldn't I?
with souls instead. And in case you haven't thought about it, since Mahito can alter the soul, which changes his own physical body, if he sustains an injury to his body, he can just change his soul to make the injury go away, or strongly maintain his soul so that the injury was never there. So there's no way to actually hurt him as long as he has energy to use his technique, and if he's not fighting someone who can attack the soul directly. So that means bullets, swords, even nukes mean nothing. Everything can just be returned to normal as long as your soul stays intact. Similar applications that can be done to yourself can be done to others as well. So you can transfigure the souls of other humans into any shape you desire.
Oh, so his power isn't turning people into monsters. That's just what he does. Oh, I didn't know that.
Now, we mainly see Mahito do this to horribly disfigure a bunch of people and then turn them into living blobs. But in case you didn't know, Mahito's a curse, so he's evil. However,
oh,
there was one case where he actually did heal someone's body, that being Mekamaru. Prior to Mahito healing him, his body was so fudged up, it's not even funny.
I was born with glass bones and paper skin. Every morning I break my legs.
I'm still a villain. It's Not Diddy is your name. Take the it's not out, because you're cooked.
And every afternoon I break my arms.
And you know, the funny thing is, that clip is not even much of an exaggeration either. But one touch from Mahito and he was fine afterwards. I personally see two distinct routes with this ability. The first is being a regular surgeon. I wouldn't even need medical school for real. I could just walk into a hospital and start healing people. There would be no disease that could stop me. All those terminal illnesses.
Once again, if you do that, the government is just they gonna summon Maharaga, bro. They gonna figure out some way to pack you up. You know how many industries you're cooking by being able to cure cancer, bro? All the billionaires are gonna come into one like room, like the League of Villains or something. And they gonna come up with a plan, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
This would cease to exist. Millions of lives saved. And you know, that's a good idea and an honorable one at that. The other route is becoming a plastic surgeon. The amount of money I could make with this route is disgusting. It feels almost criminal. Every celebrity in the world would go to you. Anything you want, I got you. Lip filler, more height, more muscles, BBLs, I got you. Come
Hey, yo.
to the alleyway and Olamasama got you covered. Yeah, no, that's wild, I won't lie. Is this as honorable as the other idea? No. But is it an option? Yes. Regardless, if you give me this curse technique, I'm making some type of impact. Before I move on to the next power, if you're new enjoying the video, you might as well subscribe. With that being said, we can talk about one of my personal favorite quirks from My Hero, Overhaul. In a previous video,
what does this do?
during a rant about Shigaraki's decay quirk, I briefly alluded to decay being a derivative of Overhaul, as all it does is destroy things, while Overhaul can destroy and put things back together, which I cannot emphasize how important that part is. To be more accurate, Overhaul grants you the ability to assemble and disassemble matter with your own hands. This doesn't mean you can create matter, that's scientifically impossible, but being able to reassemble any type of damage done is so applicable to any type of problem you may find yourself in. All those little repairs you need around your apartment can be fixed easily. Finding a job would be incredibly easy too. Any blue-collar job will want you because of your ability. You got people breaking backs working in construction while you can just touch a couple things and be done with the entire process. You obviously can defend yourself very easily as well if it comes down to it. We mainly saw Overhaul creating spikes from the ground and attaching other limbs to himself to help his strength or give him extra mobility. But I really think you can go even further with this ability, or at least do crazier things. Like, you can probably go stupid with body modifications to make your life easier. And like other powers on this list, which is starting to become a trend, you can heal yourself and others with this quirk. Overhaul was able to heal someone's head injuries with ease during season 4. One of the main plot points of that season was him abusing using his healing properties on Eri to get her DNA. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Wait, what?
Since his quirk is kind of like Shigaraki's decay, if he touches you, he can just mark you on the spot. He'd turn you into a bloodstain and he wouldn't even break a sweat either. It's just a normal Tuesday. Anyways, his healing can go an absurdly long way. Theoretically, he could put someone together and quote unquote revive them. I really was not joking when I said that it was important that he could reassemble anything that he destroyed. Like Eri was getting broken down and coming back to life essentially over and over again. It's obviously questionable how far
She is a victim, bro. Oh my god.
this can really extend to. You're not gonna be like Shenron resurrecting everyone. However, this specific application is interesting enough that I should at least mention it in the video. Honestly, if we were doing a draft for the best quirks in My Hero, I wouldn't be shocked if Overhaul went in the top 2 or 3. It's just that good. For the next ability, I'm not even gonna give you guys the whole rigmarole. Shadow clones are
Yup, easy, bro. But my shadow clones are gonna hate me, bro. I'm gonna have so many yo-yos in this hole. It's gonna look like a Chinese warehouse, bro. Daily animations, 5 to 6, 7 reactions a day, 4 gaming videos a day. I might have a whip. I might get a whip just to get them to work harder, bro. I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie to you, bro. What? I'm going to reconnect with my South Carolinian genes, but I'm going to be the white person in this situation. What? It's just going to be hella field slaves in this hole.
my personal first pick in the powers I've talked about in this video.
Easy,
Shadow clones
easy,
are simple.
yes.
You clone yourself and boom, there's another you. If the clone
Easy,
sustains
yes.
enough damage, it goes away. You can also get rid of the clone yourself if need be. We're gonna ignore a lot of the chakra requirements and go on with the assumption that your physical stamina now will be relative to your chakra reserves. With that being established,
I definitely could pump out at least 6. I got 6 shadow clones, bro. I got 6. I could pump out 6.
you probably only need 1 shadow clone to have a drastic impact on your life. Each clone has all the user's memories, skills, and physical stats. So this clone could fill in for
Pause. That's not what I meant. Come on. Stop.
you at any job, class, appointment, etc. I should also mention that once the shadow clone disappears, all the experience gained from that clone is transferred back to the user. In Naruto, this can be used for intel gathering on missions, but since we're not in some Shinobi era, you can use this trait to your advantage in 2 different ways. The most clear example would be being able to multitask. Contrary to what some may think, your brain isn't actually capable of focusing on multiple tasks at once. In reality, it's actually able to switch between tasks very rapidly, simulating the thing we call multitasking. But with shadow clones, you can have a clone studying or exercising or doing anything really, while you, the user, can do something else. Your productivity is doubled at minimum, which will give you such
My productivity is going 6-fold.
a large advantage in the real world. But as I previously said, the trait of clones retaining knowledge and experience is twofold. Since shadow clones allow the user to retain the experiences the clone receives, if both the user and the clones are practicing the same activity, once the clones disappear,
learn
the
it twice
user
as
will retain
fast.
all of the clones experience. We've seen this done in the series with Naruto primarily. To give you an example, say you yourself are trash at basketball and want to get better. You go
That's yep. Yeah.
go to the gym and put up 50 shots in like 30 minutes. It's an alright amount of practice for sure. Now add 3 clones of yourself doing the exact same thing at the exact same pace. Well, now you've been able to put up 200 shots total in 30 minutes. You can also look at it as getting 2 hours of training in 30 minutes. It's pretty safe to say that's a pretty big difference that would drastically improve your performance. Apply a similar example to basically anything you're trying to get better at, and you can see why shadow clones are so good. You're basically dilating time to your advantage. Imagine you were like Naruto and you could have like 20 of these things running around to help you. You'd be able to improve at anything faster than anyone else. You could also do a good old-fashioned jumping at moment's notice, which is also pretty handy. I can honestly see why Naruto spammed this so much. Why would he need anything else? The last power I wanted to briefly talk about is an ability a couple people mentioned in the comments. Enhanced luck or luck manipulation, however you want to call it. It's by no means the most flashy or cool ability. It's honestly fairly straightforward. Some
Gamble. Easy. That's practical as hell. That's mad practical.
may say
That's not a superpower.
But when it comes to someone like Domino, it's gotta be supernatural. Look at this. This is absurd. I could walk around on the highway and not get hit once because I have really good luck. Things just seem to go your way every single time without you having to do much. Imagine the potential with this power. I can go get a lottery ticket. I could be lucky enough to not deal with traffic. I can gamble. I could do that. It can look extend to anything really, considering a lot of life has some luck involved in it, no matter how you slice it. You live life knowing you basically got plot armor every single day. Enhanced luck feels like the type of power that is more appealing depending on the level of luck the person already has. So to someone who typically has terrible luck, they'd probably want this ability in a heartbeat. If you'd say that you find yourself normally having pretty good luck, then you can laugh at those who even need to have something like this to mimic your power. So that's all I got for y'all today. Uploads have kind of slowed down a bit, but nothing too crazy. I just gotta get back in.
All right, I cursed a lot. That's yeah. Crashing into a car and winning a lawsuit. Bro, just buy a lottery you just want to inconvenience someone, bro. What? Oh, that's 15 push-ups. Let's get these in. I just finished hooping, so like my arms are all weak and stuff. Hey man, that was my reaction to Best Superpowers IRL by Olamasama. Hope you guys liked it. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.